Hello and welcome to Bags of Action. My name's Steve and this is a 5-minute review of Peppermint starring Jennifer Garner. The film is about a woman whose family are gunned down in front of her and the justice system completely fails her due to corruption from the lawyer to the judge to the police force. What then follows is something that's a little bit familiar, where she disappears for 5 years. And when she comes back, she's transformed from a housewife into this badass, gun-toting professional who knows exactly what she's doing. And she goes after the people responsible and wants to get revenge. In some ways, this film falls into the familiar category where you have older action heroes coming back to do revenge films, whether it's Liam Neeson or Bruce Willis or Mel Gibson. They're usually going to get revenge on someone for attacking their family or friends. So it's nice to have a twist where this time it's a woman in the lead role. And having watched Jennifer Garner for 5 years on TV on Alias, you know that she's exceptionally talented. She's very good physically. You can see that she's trained hard for this role and she knows her way around the weapons and the choreography's brilliant. In some way, the film reminds me a little bit of John Wick because she becomes this almost urban figure where the local homeless population are aware of her, but nobody else really knows who she is or what she's doing. Gradually, the police work out what's happening and the identity of this person who's going around killing all these criminals, and then you get this game of cat and mouse between the police, the criminals, and Jennifer Garner's character, who's called Riley North. If I compare this film to something like Death Wish, which only came out in 2018 as well, this film has no doubts about what it is. It's an action film, it's very driven, the pace is great, and it doesn't pretend to be anything else. And it has some really fun moments as well. There's great humour throughout, and she's consistent in her attitude. She's quite bitter and sarcastic, but there's some good one-liners in there. The other thing is you can tell that the character really cares, because there's one scene where she deviates from her main mission because she can see another child is being mistreated. So even though she is this tough badass, she's not without a heart. If I had any criticism of the film, it would be that it's quite predictable in a way. In terms of the action, in terms of the fight scenes, everything is really, really good. There are some really bone-crunching moments where she deals with many of the bad guys and she puts them down in such a hard way that looks really painful. So the stunt work and choreography, as I said, is fantastic. But it does feel at times as if the film is just joining the dots from A to B to C, so you can see where the film is going to end up, and even the very ending of the film didn't come as much of a surprise. Despite a committed performance by Garner, which has a real emotional weight, I think she's let down by the material, and what could have been a really interesting revenge film came something that was run-of-the-mill. I remember when Taken first came out, it was so different and so shocking, and there are familiar elements in this, which is not too surprising because it's from the same director. The problem is that was 11 years ago, and so the director should have moved it on in that period, and I don't think it has. So I really wanted to like this film. I wanted to find something different and unique that would break the mould of the now familiar revenge film, but unfortunately I got something that was quite forgettable. So on this occasion I'm going to have to give it 2 bags of action. Have you seen Peppermint? What did you think? Comment below and let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.